Hey, this is Rudy Mendez, aka Live Bandit. Hey, y'all are getting a two for today. Two videos. Try for recovery. I know it's been a long while since I had posted. I'm gonna actually start trying to get these out every week now. Now that life has really come into balance and really panned out the way life is going to pan out for hopefully a long while now. As the previous video showed, I went through the divorce, remarried, started a new business, and business is going good. So this video is about walking a mile in my bipolar shoes. As y'all know, I had started this video series, Try for Recovery, as a way to talk about my addiction in alcohol and drugs, and how I utilize triathlons and other tools in my toolbox on that, and how I utilize all kinds of tools, especially triathlons, on my recovery process. And I dabbled a little bit in my bipolar diagnosis and how it's affected me here and there in some of the prior videos, but I really wanted to talk about how it's hitting me as of late. Earlier this year, I got really slammed with some migraines, and I had to take some different migraine meds in order to really alleviate the pain from that. And those meds has affected could affect, and from my head doctor, how my Latuda and my Lamictal affect or play into my bipolar, and how they can help manage my upswings and my downswings. And I have seen a difference, and my family has seen a difference. They felt a difference. Hell, I felt a difference. And I will tell y'all this: a mile in my shoes over the past couple months. I've had a lot of stressors because of work. I've had a lot of stuff going on, between my business, here and there. Just being slammed. Is COVID hurting me, helping me, all of that? Yeah. But the way that my bipolar is really affecting me lately is I've been hitting a lot of manic episodes. And when I get manic, I'm one of two manics. I'm either really excited and like super fast talking, and I'm God, and like nobody can touch me, nobody's better than me, I'm better than everybody else, and nobody knows how to handle me, nobody knows what to do with me, nobody can deal with the speed and the level of the intensity that I'm at. And so they tend to shy away from me because just the intenseness that I have. The other manic of me is, because I'm God, that little bit of failure, that little bit of doubt that I have or that anybody has in me, I get super angry, I get super upset, and then I get down on myself, and I get very mad. And not necessarily mad at an individual, but mad at myself because I'm a failure. And that throws me into a downward spiral. And so I tend to, at that point, go into a little bit of a downward spiral of depression for about a day or so, and then I go back into a manic side. And so I've been hitting a lot of manic episodes lately rather than the troughs and the depression side, where as before I was hitting a lot of depression sides and not so much on the manic, and it was vice versa, where I was spending a lot of time in my depression and hitting some of the manic side here and there. Now I'm spending a lot of time in the manic side and a little bit on the depression. And so when I'm in my depressed states, it doesn't last as long. But my mania, it stays, and like the same day, I'm either or. I'm both sides of that manic person. I'm the super speedy, fast talking son of a gun that is like full of energy, ball of energy, that is supernova, supersonic hedgehog, whatever. Yeah, that guy. And the other side of my manic person is that angry individual that just loves rage, loves to be that angry person because he's God, and he loves that anger. And when I get to that side of my mania, this sounds a little controversial, but when I'm at that side of my mania, my rage and my anger is very intense, and I love it. It's almost gratifying to the sense of sensuality. I love that rage. I don't like getting to that point because I know where it can go. I know it's a very, very bad situation. I know it never is a good thing when I get to that point, but I love the way it makes me feel. So, that being said, I try not to let my anger get to that point anymore. And now that I'm sober, I can usually control my anger, and I utilize the tools in my toolbox to keep from getting that far. But nonetheless, my bipolar manic side tends to sometimes get to that angry person. And again, it's either that supersonic hedgehog fast god or the angry Hulk that is just gonna throw a couch through the living room window. And so yeah, I mean, my bipolar, man, it's been screwing with me lately, and it's affected several people in my life. It's affected a lot of people that that care about me. They've noticed. I've noticed. It's affected work. It's affected, loved ones, co-workers, or my subs, customers. And I mean, hell, I had a customer ask me the other day, "Are you doing okay?" Because they noticed. And I had 3 interactions with that person before. And that's how bipolar can affect me, or my bipolar can affect me. And so when someone is diagnosed as being bipolar, it can really screw with you. It can really affect you. So if you're bipolar, don't be ashamed. Don't let it just humble you, or don't let it just kick you in the teeth. Own that shit. Know what it can do to you, and know that you're not alone, and that you are gonna be okay. As long as you stay on top of your meds, as long as you utilize the tools in your toolbox, and as long as you are open with your doctors. I have to be open with my doctor, because I had to tell him that these new migraine meds that I was on are affecting, or I had to tell him that I was on these new migraine meds. He told me that they could affect my head meds that I'm on for my bipolar. So we started figuring out a new mix of my head meds. We're still figuring it out so that I can get it squared away. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks. This is Live Bandit, and we're out.